Hey guys, how's it going? All right, I've just been playing around with some sprays, and I just wanted to turn the camera on and keep playing. So I've been playing with this big mega flower from Unity, and then this one here called Antique Poppy. And to be honest, I was trying to still go through things. Actually, you know what? I'm going to spray this first. That's what I'm going to do. Because I'm gonna do these two. My mind gone. Oh, I know what I was saying. Anyway, I was trying to go through them to destash them because they look so similar, except one is huge, right? And so I thought, well, you know, I don't really need to keep both of those, so let me try them out to, you know, kind of just get a better feel of it and see which one I wanted to keep. But now, as I'm playing with them, I think I want to keep both. So that was a fail, I guess. I'm gonna just grab one of these little. These I cut a little bit crooked, so I'm just gonna swish that down on that. Pick up a little bit of that color. We're gonna have color all over us anyway before it's over, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, so that works okay. All right, let's see, what can we do? I guess we're just going to keep playing. I'm just going to set these over here to dry. I was going to get out the heat gun, but honestly, they'll be okay. And if we need it, we'll do it in a few minutes. I did this giant flower, and I added several colors, but and then I cut it out. So I want to do something with that. And then I did this flower in kind of those same colors, I think. No, I didn't add any pink. So that is that. But I've lost, oh, here they are. I started to say, can't go on with them without this. I've just cut some cardstock here. I'm using the Lavinia Stamps, what is it, multifarious cardstock or something. But now that one of the companies that I order from the most are closing, I don't know. But what I want to do is move the flowers aside and start playing with some other colors here. Got some Salvage Patina, Rusty Hinge. I don't want anything too dark. Some Speckled Egg. Let's try. I want something muted this time, I believe. Let's pull in some of this. If the tea dye is too dark, so we've got these right now. And the last one was Mermaid Lagoon and Twisted Citron. So let's just start. Let's start with our darkest color, because I think this will be the darkest. It's a little more orange than I planned. I want a little bit more brown. Oh, that is literally almost the same color, isn't it? Huh. Good to know. Hang on, let me get a couple more here. And that's going to be too dark. Vintage Photo is probably going to be too dark. But maybe not if we just sort of edge it with it a little bit. So let me move these two. What did I say? These two are like out of the way because I don't want to go for those again. I don't want to go into too. Do I like this? Maybe. I don't mind it, I don't think. I don't want to go into too much fall, although that's where my heart always goes. but maybe. Let me just dry that just a little bit. Sorry, y'all, heat gun's coming. All right, that's going to take 100 years, so let's just pat it as we do. Ooh, that lightened it a little too much. Huh. All right. We're just going to go back in with some brown, some vintage photo here. And a little more of the blue. I really like that color. It's kind of a drab color, really, but I really like it. All right. So let's move this to the side. That's going to take a few minutes there, unless we decide to pull back out the heat gun, but let's just keep going. We'll do the stamping in a few minutes. I'm sure that's probably what you're interested in. I don't know. But to be honest, I'm just killing time, trying not to like too much. I guess we could do something brighter. Some saltwater taffy, some cracked pistachio, and then we could darken it with this. We don't want to go too bright. Actually, I like bright sometimes. It just depends. All right, so I'm going to put my browns down first. But anyway, I'm waiting on, no, I don't like that. I mean, I do, it's just not with, but let's just go with it. Just not exactly what I was going for. To be honest, I'm labeling my inks right now. I'm so excited. So I can actually see some colors. Because sometimes when you spray stuff, the colors are not the same. Not the same at all. All right, let's just do a pat on that. See where we're headed. I want to hope that this cardstock can hold up to all the stuff that we're putting on there and not have to get out the, watercolor cardstock. So I'm trying to think of, where's my brain today? Anyway, so I'm trying to wait on my car, not even wait on the car, it's just wait on them to call me back to tell me if it's under warranty or not, and I hope it is. Oh, y'all just don't even know how I hope. So, okay, I'm going to set this to the side, and we'll see how that turns out in a bit. Do I have one more? Yes, I cut another one. Okay, so now let's try some salvage patina. I'm just going to spray a little bit on the corner. Okay, that's bright-ish. And some fossilized amber. That'll be nice. But anyway, so y'all know I told you about my key thing. When I pull my key out and I open my door, it starts dinging and it still says remove key. So I took it in the other day and I told you about, I think I told somebody, I don't know. I feel like I told YouTube. That, is this one we used? Yeah. The lady at the desk that runs the parts and the whatever was out, and so just the parts manager or the service manager was back there, which I think he does the service part of it more. He manages that aspect, and he was having all kinds of problems. So she came back and they were supposed to call me. He put in a thing to see if it would be under warranty because I need a door actuator or something for my lock on the back door, and then the key thing is something else. It's I don't know what it was called. I can't remember. But anyway, the starting switch, it's not like the starter, but it's the, I don't know. I have to think about it later and tell you. But anyway, okay, I'm going to move this back over. This a little bit. Make some room. We always need more room in our craft room, don't we? Okay. So I called, they were supposed to call me Monday or Tuesday, and they did not call me Monday. And I don't know if she was back or not back or what, or how things went. Okay, these are semi-dry a little bit, at least. For the most part, just a few little spots. Let's do just a spritz, easy spritz of water, so we can get some like large droplets, and kind of let that sit for a little bit of texture. But anyway, is that long enough? Yeah, it's barely showing. I guess I'll leave that one a second longer. But anyway, so they were supposed to call me so I could see if it's under warranty, because it was under my regular warranty, but it may be under the additional warranty that I bought. So he thinks probably, but yeah. Anyway, so then now I've talked to her this morning, so they didn't call yesterday. Called her this morning, which was not even really morning, it was like noon. But she said, oh yeah, you know, I've got to get on that or whatever, that he just told me about 20 minutes ago. We really have to get those ally claims in and see if this and that's approved. She has a whole stack on her desk. So, all right, I'm not going to use the flour, okay? I think that's dry enough to work. I'm going to use some of these. I love face things. Let me know if you are a face person. I love Dina Wakley stuff. That's going to take up the whole thing, isn't it? Maybe that one. Hang on a second. I do have some of these. I'm pretty sure I'm going to use that one. This is All in Create number 175, called Her Own Skin. And I love Visible Image and All in Create. Maybe that. All right. Well, I don't know. These are easier to stamp though, because they're rubber. So let's go with this. Let's go with this one. And for this, since it is rubber and things and kind of messy art, I feel like I can do it without, you know, if you want a really nice impression, go ahead and get your Misty out, your stamping blocks or all that. But I think, honestly, I can just do it like this. We'll see. If it doesn't work, it's just paper, right? But anyway, so I called... Let's try it there. And she said she was going to put it in, so to give her a call back at like 1 o'clock. So I waited till about 1:30 and called back, and she said she had put it in, but it was in like kind of not limbo exactly, but where they have to go over it to make sure everything's up and up or whatever for the companies. All right, let's use a different one for this one. Let's try this one. I don't even know if that's the way it goes. It's hard to tell now. Is it that way or that way? I think it's this way. Okay. So, anyway, I called back, and like I said, she said it's sort of just waiting. So, that was fine, you know. At least she got it in, right? And she said she does expect for them to approve it, and but it's, you know, just taking its time. It's like they have to go over it. So that's fine. So she said it doesn't take them long, you know. She will keep refreshing it and give me a call back. And she did say they were like swamped today and everything, and I'm sure since she's been out sick or whatever, she's kind of playing catch up and that kind of thing. So that's understandable. But okay. I'm gonna put that back on there. Smush it down with that so I don't get my hands completely black. Let's check on our other ones for a second here before we add to these. Okay, looking pretty good. I'm just going to dry the excess here. I like that color combo. I don't know. So they close at 5, and she hasn't called, and it is, I can't tell, but I think it's after 5. I'm filming with my phone, so I can't look, but it was just a few minutes till 5 before I started this. So, oh well. Anyway, I want them to just let me know so that they can go ahead and order it, and I can get it in and get it done, because it's really annoying because you can't lock, if you take the key out and it won't like shut off like the little thing, the doors won't lock and it won't really do anything. So it's kind of annoying. It's so far, I don't think it's actually going to, it's not like running once you shut the door and dinging, so that part is really good. But, you know, like, I don't know. Sometimes I wish we could just go back to the old style of stuff where real people could work on them, and, you know, all the new bells and whistles and the fancy stuff is great, but not, you know, when it comes to this stuff. Let me get a couple more paper towels. Well, might as well get about 3. Okay, set those to the side. But I just want to get it going, you know. Was that me? Yeah, it was. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Alright, I can handle one big one, I believe, on here. And for that one, I do want it to look like, you know, nice. So I am going to go ahead and stamp it with this. I'm going to take it off just a little bit so we don't get that edge completely. I hate a line, straight line on a card. Put it off the edge. I don't know if I want black ink though. I think I want maybe a dark brown. Let me get one of those. Not that one. Okay. So I'm going to use the Elements ink and Trifle. Let's see how we like that. And look, I even punched out the little thing and put my label in there. I'm so excited. I've never labeled my stamps, so it's just, you know, it's kind of hard to find and hard to whatever, but now that I've got these little shelves, I figure I might as well label them. And I'm using, let me show you what I'm using. So I'm using this old Stampin' Up! Punch, right? And it took me way too long, let me tell you. I'm using these Avery tabs, but it has like a little, you can see it here, like a little thing on the side. So now I would like punch them right out of the middle. I wouldn't have anything to grab onto, so you had to like really use your fingernails or whatever. And it took me quite a few of those to figure out I really just need to punch it at the edge, and then I would have that to grab onto, and it would be like 100 times easier. So I don't know. That's a little blurry, but maybe that's just her. I don't know. Or maybe the paper could be a little bit more dry. I don't know if I really like that. May have to do some more in that color and see if we like it or not. But let's give it a little bit of a dry. I think I'll put these under here so it'll dry with it. Okay. I just thought it might, some heat might go through to that one too. You never know. Okay, so let's think. Didn't actually use black, so that's probably not going to look quite as good, but just leave it like that, almost like that better. I have black backgrounds though, for possibly those, or just a black cutout. Is that as large as that? No, yep, pretty much. And we could do it on another brown. We'll add some more things, but I feel like this needs a brown card. Which I have. I have some, I like these pre-folded cards. So everything's quick and easy. Sad, but true. But anyway, I'm just trying to stamp and stay calm because I really wanted to call back today just to know and wrap my head around. Ooh. Ooh. Wait a minute, where's that smaller one? How could I get those together somehow? Too much? Maybe. What about with that one? I like it better with that one. Well, I don't know. We'll think on it. We will think on it. Okay. So we're going to add some things. I'm just playing around with this right now. So let me just slide all that back. I want to keep this up here. So I might want to use that. All right, let's pick a couple of images for this so that we can keep going here. The stuff is all falling down. All right, let's go with this one. Anyway, so hopefully I get a call in the morning because, you know, I'm sure they're not like going to order it without you, whatever, you know what I mean? And where's that other, my mind is like 1,000 different places, y'all. Let's get some of this. What does that say? Postage or something? Okay. Yeah, I don't know about that. Documented. I do like that. Maybe I stamp goddess here. We're all goddess in our own right, aren't we? I kind of like that better for some texture. Looking for some words now. I like beautiful soul. Learn to love yourself, maybe. Maybe I like this. Hang on. She is wise and introspective. She sees, she feels. I like that. But do I want to cut this out? I brought out, where are they? I brought out some packs of collage paper from her. Maybe some with the writing. I'm always a sucker for the ones with the writing. Oh, good. There's 2 sheets of it, so I feel like if I don't mess it up so bad, I'll have another sheet. If I do mess it up, you know what I'm saying. Now, let's just take it all out. That's not bad. Maybe some swirls. Reminds me of like the spirals of life. Okay. Let's just start with this one. Well, we could do a little bit of both. It really doesn't matter. It's not tearing very well for me, but it doesn't really matter how you do it. I just don't like edges that are like, again, a perfect line. This is just going to be collage anyway, so you might even use those little bits or something. All right, so do we stamp it first? Let's stamp it first. Yeah, your table truly becomes a mess in a matter of seconds. It truly does. Let's go for this lady instead. I'll stamp her over this way. I don't know. We'll see. And I think I am going to get a different ink. Let's try her in black though. Let's try her in black instead. I don't know. Brown would look better, wouldn't it? Yeah, we'll just try her in brown. I have a bad habit of wanting to stamp everything in black. Okay, I like that. to the side. And well, I do like this. I'm obsessed with becoming a woman comfortable in her own skin. But would it fade into the background? We might have to stamp it and then put something on top of it a little bit. I don't know. Well, anyway, let's start trying this and see where we go. I've got some Collage Medium here. This might be a little much for it. Spread it around a little bit. Actually, you know what? I should probably go this way. Even though you can't tell what the writing says, I feel like it needs to be sort of the right way, you know what I mean? Okay, that's a little much. But we can add some pieces like we were talking about down here. These torn off edges now. Just for some extra texture. Okay. Fold that up on itself a little bit if you need to, or we can just cut it off later. That's what we'll do. Okay, I like that, liking that. Maybe a little brown spray on top though. Just a little bit. All right, let's see if we want to do it to this one at the same time. Maybe just a little piece down here. Terrible sound. Whoopsie. I don't usually do a lot of mixed media online just because it's kind of all trial and error and it takes so long to dry. And I feel like you guys probably don't want to sit and just watch nothingness. Let's try this over top of her and see if you can read it. We'll do it in black though. Because there's a little bit of room right there. I feel like you could probably read it. Oh yeah. That's pretty cool. Okay. This one is so busy. I don't feel like it needs a whole lot. We'll just do some kind of background stuff on here and that should be fine. So we can add a little of this around the edges, I suppose. I'm sure you can work with a brush. I just, my fingers tend to be, I don't know, handier tool. But yeah, really hoping the car thing goes well. Nobody wants to waste money on weird car things that you can't see and feel like it's just, I don't know. Especially when I just got it not too long ago. Even though, but it's used, so there's that. Probably should have gotten the new one, but you guys know that I had that experience and the universe told me to get that one. It wasn't the color I wanted. It wasn't, I was like, are you sure? And for some reason it was, so I will trust and go with it. Whatever happens. Ugh, okay, a little bit of problem with using your fingers is everything is now sticking to them. A little more on that. So I've been still clearing out some things. I've made it through all my stamp categories and containers or whatever, so those are pretty much cleaned out now. And but I have not made it through all my scrapbooking drawers and all that, so I still have that to do. But I'll just put a little on top of that. You're not going to see the back edge, I don't think, of this, so I think it's going to be fine. You're not going to see this part over here, really. But anyway, I found a huge drawer full of bee stuff. B-E-E, that kind of bee, you know. So y'all will probably be seeing some bee cards coming up. And working on that. What kind of weird drawers do you guys have? I put, you know, y'all saw the stash collab, not the stash builder collab, but the one after that. Just, it's like, where did that come from? Okay. Just want a little bit of color on there, but not too much. But I don't know what to do about some stamps called the Stampotique stamps. They're really cool and really kind of out there, which is totally my style. But they're wood mounted, and I've started unmounting some, but it's a lot to unmount, and I really don't know if I'm going to use them that much. Even though they're weird, I really like them. They do take up like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 drawers right now, which is kind of a lot of room. But I don't know, I'm gonna do a few for like the Halloween type stuff, and then we'll see, I guess. I know they would sell online very well, I feel like, but I just don't know for sure if that's what I want to do, but we'll see. I don't want to keep stuff that I'm not using anymore. I want to actually be crazy and use my stuff, which is something I've never really done before. So let's go ahead and stamp a little on this too. Okay. While we're waiting there, I do like this for this one. I don't want it to be, that's gonna have to dry though. So is that, okay. Well, all right, let me hit this with the heat gun for a second. I don't need everything like super duper dry, but I need it a little bit more dry than what it is. So, all right, let's take a look at some of these. So if we put that there, that gives it a little bit more texture there. That one would work as well on there, but I kind of think I'm feeling this one a little bit more there. I just need maybe some fiber and some things. And with this one, or should we lighten it up and do, maybe we should. Let's do just a little bit. Oops. I don't want strong. I want like splatters for the background edges anyway. Ooh, it's so hard not to like spray when you spray it like that. That was this color, right? Okay, that's getting there, but not totally there yet. I guess we could still stamp. I'll tell you what, wait a minute. Let's take one of these, press that down, where it just starts some color here. And kind of do the same basic stuff to this one. Because I need to like cut out something to say, you know what I mean? Like this, say, you know. So let's stamp that. This was out of the Unity kit. Oops, that one didn't stamp very well. Well, we'll use this one. Get a little bit closer. Yep, definitely gonna have some bee things coming up. I remember when I was doing the bees and I did like cut a lot of things for it, a lot of dies and whatnot. So it will definitely get me ahead on some project. And then one card, shipmate, if you're watching, I put a sticky note on there with your name on it. I don't know. I think I'd planned on sending it to you, but I don't know. I guess that's why. So I don't know. But, okay. I still want to go back to, I don't know, maybe that. I want something different for down here. I should probably focus on one project at a time, but that's not usually the way I work. So, I don't have any black stuff out here, but of course I do have splatter. So we can always splatter this one. Gotta be careful with my splatter as it goes everywhere. and wipe it up quick because it gets on everything. All right, let's do some kind of blue. I don't know if this is going to totally show up, but might need to be one. Yeah, I think it's going to have to be the other shade. Okay, we're going to go with Warm Breeze. I don't mind that. Okay. Start flowing into that one a little bit. Okay. So I do want to use this sentiment, I think. But this we'll have to, well, no, we won't. Got a block, it'll be fine. I don't know why I'm trying to get it so straight when it's going to be just a grungy mess, right? All right, do we want to do brown, black? Probably brown. Stamp it one more time. Gotta fix something for dinner. What are you guys having for dinner tonight? I want a Ninja double air fryer. I saw that on somebody's show the other day on YouTube of something, and I thought, ooh, I can fix two things at once in the air fryer. I like that. So, wait, look at that. That did not even stamp out. Okay, that's why we stamped two, though. That's okay. But yeah, I totally want that. I also want an Instant Pot. But I think I'm going to tell my boyfriend and I were looking at those the other day. And I think I'm going to tell him I want one for my birthday or something. So, we'll see. You know what, though? I like this color around the edges. We don't have, ooh, that's a little bit much. But anyway, so let me know if you guys have an Instant Pot. If there's really as good as people say, like as fast. I'm looking for fast. I'm not that great of a cook, first of all, so there's that. But okay, I like this. I think we're gonna go with that. But I've been watching, like, you know, super fast meals in the Instant Pot or whatever on YouTube. So I want to check that out. Let me know what your favorite thing is to fix in there, or if you have a good recipe or something, because I'm going to get one of those. I don't know about the air fryer. I can probably just live with my regular air fryer, but we'll see. I like that. I think we need a little bit of brown though around that edge. I feel like that peach color might have, I got a little happy carried away with that though. So Good deal. So now I feel like we could probably white splatter that or black splatter it, I think. But I do sort of like it on that background. But I already stuck that in blue, didn't I? That's not going to work. I do not have any stamp cleaner, or at least out. I don't have any. And actually, I'm going to put that, I'll try to put it on here on a block. So I have a little bit more pressing ability here. Just make our own little frame there. I feel like these corners are still missing a little something, so we're going to set these over there and come back to this in a minute. What time am I on anyway? Let's see the time. Oh, 50-some minutes. Great day. Okay. Gonna start hurrying here. What are we gonna do with this? I don't like that documented though. Maybe see if we got any other words over here. Like kind of big words. Rise above, maybe. Breathe in, breathe out. I don't know. We already have sort of a sentiment there, so I don't know. Maybe we'll just add, I don't actually have any over here, but some sort of dye or a, maybe we'll find something. I don't know. Okay. Is that too weird for a card? Like, to be sort of sticking out or some sort of flower? Maybe it is. I don't know. What if I just cut it? If I did that. Somehow I seem to want this flower behind this lady. I don't think it's going to work. What if I just took off the stem? First of all, these colors work better, so let's start working with that. How about I put it down here? Okay, I like that better, I think. Not totally, but I don't know. So this needs some color around the edges. I don't even know if we've used that color. Did we use Mermaid Lagoon? Ooh, I don't know if we did. And I'm not able to get this one out in a, I know what I'll do. I'll pick up that ink. No, that's not gonna work. Nope. Scratch that. Scratch that. But it will work if I use ink. I mean this ink, not spray ink. See, already better. Trying to be faster. Not that good at it. Okay, so that's black. So we'll do some black on here. don't have to do it all over this time. I don't know, there's something not happening here. Actually, I like that better. Now Mike could use the flower, you think? How about we use that? I'm going to use this flower, y'all, somehow. I'm going to use the flower. What if we added some of this? No, not that. Some of this to it. Okay, I'm starting to think, however that tears, that's how it tears. I just need enough. Okay, I don't even need it that big to kind of cover the edge along the flower so it's not so like stark, you know what I mean? Okay, this is gonna work. This is gonna work, I think. Except I have to take this down first. I've got to get a new cell phone soon. I've got to get a new mattress soon. I just feel like life is like cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching right now. I'm not happy about that. How about we do that? That's a nice little twist too. I like that. Put that down with that. I don't know. I'm making it work. I don't really care if it doesn't work anymore. I'm making it work. My cell phone, it's weird. Like, after every call, I can't get a call anymore. Like, it'll go straight to voicemail, but I don't know it. And sometimes I don't even get the voicemail for a long time, so that's weird too. But, and the sound is very, very low on it. Very low. Like, how low can you go? That kind of low. So I have to, if I'm talking to somebody, I have to put it on speakerphone to really be able to hear it all. And that's weird, you know what I mean? Like, nobody wants to talk on speakerphone all the time, so I've got to do that. And the mattress, ugh, I dread that so bad. I really do. But I guess it has to be done, so. Alright, I need it to tear jagged, and it's not. I need you to tear worse. Life is expensive. And I know, like, first world problems, you know. You don't have to have a cell phone. You don't have to have, well, you do have to have a bed. Well, you don't have to have a bed, I guess. But it'd be nice to have a comfy bed again. I'm definitely not going to get another pillow top so that I could, like, turn it later and get more oomph out of it. I would love to be able to afford one of those purple mattress things they talk about. Those look awesome. Not in the budget, but that would be cool. But if those pesky doctor bills from my blood clots in the lungs there were not in the way, that would help a lot. That's still facing thousands upon thousands of dollars there, so, ugh. But I mean, they did get me to live, so it is, I feel like, you know, it's an okay cost. Not okay, but you know what I mean. Necessary. Why won't that stay? Okay, so I'm going to crumple this a little. How would that be around the edge here? If it won't tear straight, I mean, if it tears too straight, we'll just make it not so. You know what I mean? Sorry, y'all. Probably should not have turned on the camera. I was just don't have anything truly planned. I got stamp sets out, and I thought, you know, and some sprays. I thought it was good. Thought the ideas will just come. You know how you do. Okay, I'm gonna work on that. All right, let's go back to this one. Is that tape? That is some strong tape. I'm telling you. Okay, let me do a quick little cleanup here. Move some ink pads and stuff out of my their immediate working space here. So we can sort of see what we have. Sort of. Okay, let's just focus on these 3 cards. I forgot about this one. We'll do that some other time. So let's just try to make these 3 happen. Okay, I need some more glue on that apparently. Okay. This, I guess, is just for another day. But I appreciate the half that it has given of itself here. Okay, I'm going to call this one pretty good. I don't know. Let me see. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I keep my storage things sort of by color and in bins, and we might use some of that. We don't really need letters. Possibly a rose. Those are a little large though. Could be some of that. Ooh, this I like. This I like. And those flowers I like. Don't really want any twine. Ooh, there's a little bit of that stuff cut. That's good. Okay, so let's do away with those. Although we might do some of that. Hang on. Those are nice. Okay, so we got new things now. We're back in business here. You guys are probably asleep by now, but I apologize. Okay, so let's look at this one. We're gonna focus until we finish one. What do you think? A little of that for texture. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's do it. But it's just a little bit long. Okay. So I'll just use this to glue it down. And hopefully that will be enough. Nope, it's not. Ugh, this is so messy. But that's okay. I don't really know if that is the best glue to use. It's not, because it's just collage medium, but it'll probably hold it. It'll probably be okay. I hope. Do a little bit more on the edges here. Whoosh. Might have to go in with some more glue for this. I don't know. I don't think I have. Oh, yes, I do. Some real glue here. I'll mix a little of this in. It'll be fine. It'll hold it. This stuff holds quite a bit, to be honest. All right. So I like that. But I also, where I kind of push it down. This was in like the his and hers little wedding section thing at oh, that's not good. At Hobby Lobby, I think. I just came across some of these. They were loose. I don't know where they are. So I've got some twine. I like these leaves, kind of that natural feel. Okay, so we're going to go with that. But I think I will use, well, this does dry matte though, so we could try it. And it could stick awesome. I don't know. I don't really use it that much. I just tend to, sometimes I'll use Mod Podge, which is, I think, similar to this, but, okay. Okay, I like that. We could use, so I got wire yet. Well, I wonder if I can just rip one off. Nope, I can't. Where are my wire cutters? Okay. I don't know, maybe a couple of these. Let's pull them up. Apparently they're not cutting very well. I cannot wait to go wash my hands. Ew. But art's messy like life, right? Okay, well, it's oozing out the sides here. Okay, I do wish I could have, we still can. Tiny piece of lace, but I do want to, wonder if this will color it. I don't know if it'll stay or it'll wipe off, you know what I mean? Okay, I think if I had some brown splatter, do a little bit of water in it, and get this, ooh, went everywhere. Little fan brush here. I feel like it just needs splatter. Ooh. It would basically be finished. Okay, I'm gonna call that finished, even though now I can't put the back on it because, and tape it down because I can't turn it over because until the roses dry. But anyway, so that is their card. What an adventure, right? Okay, now let's see what we're going to finish up with these. I do like this, so I'm going to add some of that for sure. I'm going to go ahead and tape this down, I think. Ugh, feeling so old this week. They said, I saw something on Facebook or somewhere that said Back to the Future had come out 40 years ago now. 40 years ago, you know, with Michael J. Fox, and y'all remember that? Maybe, I hope. I'm not the only older one here. Okay. Just gonna give this a little tie. I loved him in, what was the movie? Teen Wolf. Do y'all remember that one? I want to say that was, oh gosh, that was probably about the 80s too, I guess. Ugh. Oh well. Getting old beats the alternative in my book. Okay, so like that. I feel like it needs like a feather or something. I don't know where I could tuck a little feather in, but I still don't think I could really use that, but we might could. Maybe if I put a little blue on it. We could pop it on there for just some texture, I guess, or something. Maybe there, down there, I don't know. Kind of don't think it needs it, but I don't know. But not going to hurt it necessarily. So, all right. Randomly, a little crown fell out. I guess we could put a crown on her. But I'm going to leave that there and call that done too. So, that is the way she turned out. Now we just have this one to finish. All right. So for this, what if we did some of these, but we colored them black? Ugh, I wish I knew where they were, because this is going to kill my nails. Ow. Okay. I'm just going to have to cut some off, because I can't get to them yet. Ooh, they went flying. I don't know where they went. Okay, let me hang on to these. Where'd they go? Well, it'll be an adventure and find them later. I'll tell you what, I'll just spray them with my splatter spray here. This is not even, I don't know, I guess it's just an ink spray. Ooh, this is going to be bad. I don't know about this. If I could spray them with a little bit of blue now, though, where they didn't get black, they could be blue. I do like that. Okay, we're going to have to dry these. Okay, that's all my hands can stand. Okay, so if we did, we could just, I don't know, do that and tie them with this, maybe. Let's try that. It's our little own bundle here. So what do you guys watch on TV? Do you still have cable? Do you do like Netflix, or what's your go-to for TV? To be honest, I canceled my cable a while back, and I got that thing, I guess somebody's weed eating or something outside. I'm gonna have to add a little bit more stuff here. Hello, people. Do you not know I'm stamping in here? I'd be thrilled if the neighbors actually cut their grass, though. We've got one neighbor over there that, it's like it's a jungle. I mean, like, it is a literal jungle. I don't even know how you can live in a city and that can be somehow okay. I really don't. But it's bad. I don't even know what will come out of there if they cut it. It could be scary. Actually, I talked to City Hall the other day. We had a break-in. 2 houses up. The little lady, she's an elderly lady, and she's been gone over a year, maybe longer, living with her sister, and while she's been sick and things. And to be honest, I don't even know if she would be able to come home, but that's not the point. You don't need to break in her place, you know what I mean? but somebody finally broke in, and the neighbor guy that's sort of supposed to be watching it or whatever, I mean, not that it's his fault, he couldn't help it, but he's going to install some cameras now. And where is the glue? Here it is. I don't think this one is going to work out. It could just be me, but I don't know about this one. I think I got a little overzealous or something. You can't really, seems like you can't see her head. But all hope is not lost just yet. We'll see. Hang on here. Let me look. Okay. Ugh, if things weren't sticking to me everywhere. Okay, so let's try something in here maybe. I love ferns. Oh, I love ferns. But I feel like we got a flower there, so we might possibly could. I don't know. Maybe we could just stick it in there. Oh, well, just knock that off. I'm gonna have to hot glue that. Okay, that's not horrible. They say less is more, but not for not for me. All right, tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get some black spray, other black spray, not that one. Oh yeah, it was on the front. Sweet. And give it a little bit of spray of Stroke of Midnight flower here. Can't really tell that's a flower. I don't want to take up her eyes, but I kind of want it right there. Well, what if I just did an upside down fern over here? Okay, this is why you don't turn it on unless you have a plan. A plan. All right, what if I did a dark one? What if I did a blue one? Oh, that's nice. That's nicer. And then down here too. I'm not gonna be, I feel like I'm gonna be able to, I'm gonna have to cover up her face, and I don't want to do that, so. Okay. Alright, still not sure about these things over here. Oh, back to my lady neighbor here. She's very sweet, and we call her from time to time at her sister's. And they haven't told her yet, because I know it's going to upset her. But, like I said, the boy that's supposed to be watching it, our neighbor next door, is going to put up cameras. Honestly, I don't really know why there wasn't some cameras involved anyway already. But our neighborhood has turned not so great. Oh, this is good for right now. We're so doing this. And I hate to mess up this one, but I need a stamp out of here. So, be willing to play, right? Just go with it. Explore. Keep fidgeting. It will be okay. Alright, so I'm going to do it in this dark blue, sort of. Oops. I'm also going to do it in black. Alright, I'm feeling a little more excited with this one now. I feel like this might work. And even if it doesn't work, I mean, it's not, like I said, the end of the world. It's just happened to turn the camera on, you know what I mean? Okay. Probably an hour, maybe 2 hours now of your time. You'll never get back. But I'm sorry. I did give the car place my other number, my house number, because okay, I guess I'm gonna have to cut them up though, so that, because my phone won't work if I'm videoing either. It won't. I can't hear it ring, so not that it would probably work anyway because of its poor little issues, but all right, willing. Chop off the B here. Okay, be willing to play. Oh, y'all, I'm calling it done. I'm tired. Going to go fix some dinner and call it good. If you've hung in there with me this long, leave me a comment. For the love of goodness, leave me a comment. I'll leave you a comment back because y'all deserve it if y'all have stayed this long. Great day. Wow. You are a trooper. Yes, you are. Okay, there we go. I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, hot mess. That's what I think. But I don't mind the other two. So, all right, guys. I will talk to y'all later. Thank you for watching. Bye.